Welcome. Tonight we're stepping away from analysis, really, and more into sharing. We're going to recount some truly terrifying stories, experiences shared by people who faced moments of just profound, inexplicable dread. These aren't fictional tales. These are first-hand accounts from ordinary people who stumbled into hidden evils, encountered stalkers from the shadows, or faced, well, organized malice. For those of you who follow stories of the strange and horrifying, settle in. We've selected 3 accounts that really stand out. We'll start in New Mexico with a story about evil hiding right next door. Okay, so picture this. The narrator is just 15, looking for odd jobs, summer work. And he gets hired by this older gentleman, Mr. Lesner. He describes Lesner as friendly, early 70s, former teacher, big white beard, bald, basically looked like a mall Santa. Seems totally harmless. A job. Simple enough. Clean out junk in Lesner's basement. Box it up. But the narrator immediately notes this really strong old person smell in the house, adding this oppressive feeling. The basement itself is large, stale smelling. So he's down there working, moving boxes. He leans against a section of the wall, and it gives way slightly. He realizes it's a loose panel, not accidentally loose, like intentionally loose.
And that's a key detail right there, the deliberateness. It suggests something hidden, obviously, something meant to be accessed again.
Exactly. Curiosity gets the better of him, naturally. He pulls the panel off. Behind it, there's a box. Inside the box, a journal, some random knickknacks, maybe 10, 12 photographs. And these photos, this is where it turns truly horrific. They show Mr. Lesner, the friendly mall Santa guy, kneeling next to dead bodies, bloody.
Oh, wow.
The victims, he notes, looked Mexican, varied in age, all apparently shot. And Lesner, he's posing in every single picture, smiling. This deeply disturbing grin, like a hunter, the narrator says, with his trophies. Some photos look older, some more recent, and the writing on the back, it was in Spanish.
That detail, the posing like a hunter with trophies, it speaks volumes. It's about power, dominance, and chillingly preserving the memory, the calculation involved.
It's stomach-turning.
Yeah.
And right then, as he's frantically trying to put the box back and get the panel back in place just right, he hears Lesner's voice from the top of the basement stairs. "It looks like you're doing a good job." Just smiling down at him.
The proximity of the threat there, knowing what he knows, and the killer's right there, oblivious, or maybe not oblivious.
Pure terror. He waits, heart pounding, until Lesner goes back upstairs, and he makes a run for it, bolts. He tries the front door first. It's locked. Panic sets in. He sprints through the house to the back kitchen door. He yanks it, and it flies open. He said it felt like winning the lottery that moment. But as he's running away, he glances back at the house, and he sees Lesner's face in a downstairs window, holding something. He couldn't make it out, but the implication was clear.
A weapon, likely.
Yeah, so he gets away, tells the authorities about the hidden compartment, the photos, everything. They investigate. They check the spot behind the panel, and it's empty, completely cleaned out.
Wow. That fast.
That fast. No journal, no photos, no knickknacks, nothing. No evidence was ever found. Lesner lived there for another 8 years, free. And the narrator, he had to live with that fear, knowing what he saw, but with absolutely no proof.
That highlights the killer's cold calculation, doesn't it? Destroying the evidence so quickly shows incredible presence of mind under pressure. And the psychological damage on the witness, knowing the truth, but being unable to prove it while the perpetrator walks free, that's a unique kind of torment.
It really is. The evil hiding in plain sight. Okay, let's shift gears now from calculated human evil to something different. The terror of isolation, the unexplained. But we're going to Vermilion Lake, Minnesota. This involves a group of high school juniors, their first big trip without parents, a remote cabin. And not just remote, but on an island on Vermilion Lake. Key detail. The cabin windows had no curtains. Big windows looking out into the dark.
Isolation is a powerful factor in these kinds of accounts. It removes the safety net, amplifies the unknown, and no curtains. That's vulnerability.
Right, so late one night, a few of them are down by the dock. It's quiet, dark. Then they hear a splash out on the water. They look out, far out, and they see something floating. They describe it as looking like a head. Long, dark hair, plastered down, very, very pale skin. Sort of a blob shape, they said. And it's just staring right at them.
Staring, not just floating aimlessly.
Exactly. They try to brush it off. Maybe it's a loon. Those birds that drift at night sometimes. They try to convince themselves. But hours later, the narrator can't shake the feeling. Goes back to the window, looks out at the lake again. The object, it's closer now, maybe 30 yards off the dock.
Okay.
And it hasn't moved. It looks stiff, unnatural, no ripples around it. It's just there, fixed. He sees what looks like a pale nose, and he realizes this isn't drifting. It's stationary, and it's focused on the cabin, focused on them.
That stillness is incredibly unnerving. Natural objects drift, Bob, move with the water. Something holding its position like that, staring. That implies intention, intelligence, perhaps.
It gets worse.
Yeah.
Later that night, they're trying to sleep. The narrator hears something outside. Footsteps. On the wooden deck below the cabin stairs. Not random steps. Pacing. Back and forth, just the sound of feet. Clicking on the wood, he says, for about 3 solid minutes. Constant pacing.
Pacing suggests agitation or maybe observation? Reconnaissance?
Could be. Then the sound changes abruptly. 2 quick steps up the stairs towards the cabin door, and then immediately the sound of someone sprinting away, fast, down the man-made path leading away from the cabin.
So approach, then sudden retreat.
Interesting.
Just after that, one of the friends, Ryan, bolts upright, wakes everyone up. He's terrified. He says he saw someone peeking in the window, not the main part of the window, but the top right corner, like way up high.
The top corner.
Yeah. He only saw glimpses, one eye, ghostly white skin, long, dark, wet-looking hair, just peeking around the frame.
Okay, the description is consistent with the thing in the water, but the position, top corner of the window, that's unusual. That's what got them the most. For a face to be visible only in the top corner like that, it means the person or entity had to be incredibly tall, like damn near 8 foot tall, the narrator calculated. Or maybe standing on something, but what, out there on the deck?
That detail significantly escalates the strangeness. It pushes it beyond a simple plank or a creepy person. That kind of height is outside normal human parameters. It leans into, well, something else.
They didn't stick around to find out. They grabbed their stuff and basically fled the cabin in the middle of the night, got back to their boat. But as they were leaving, in the dirt around the cabin, especially near that window, and leading off down the path the sprinting sound came from, they saw footprints.
Footprints. Okay, so physical evidence.
Clear, bare footprints. Not boots, not shoes. Bare feet in the dirt, all around the cabin, confirming something physical was there, pacing, looking in. Something tall, pale, with long, dark hair that came from the water.
The combination of the unsettling stillness in the water, the deliberate pacing, the impossible height at the window, and the physical evidence of bare footprints. It creates a truly terrifying picture of something unknown and deeply unsettling in its behavior. Not quite animal, not quite human.
Yeah. Leaves you wondering. Okay, one more account tonight. We're shifting again. From the unexplained entity to something very real, very human, and deliberately malicious. We're going to Rube Hill, Ohio. Rube Hill. Even the name sounds rough. It's described as this rugged, isolated gravel road way out in the sticks, notorious for massive potholes.
Isolated roads like that often have their own unofficial rules and danger.
Definitely. This one was lined with these aggressive handmade signs, Sharpie on cardboard, no trespassing, we're watching you, that kind of vibe. There were local rumors too, meth labs, dangerous people protecting their turf. You get the picture?
Sets a clear tone of territorial hostility. It's a warning before you even encounter anyone.
So the narrator and a friend, Aaron, are driving down this road. It's empty, remote. Suddenly, headlights appear behind them, coming out fast. A truck. It tailgates them aggressively, then speeds past, kicking up a huge cloud of gravel and dust. Just pure intimidation on an otherwise deserted road shakes them up.
A clear message. You're not welcome here. Get out.
They do leave. But later that night, around 2:20 a.m., the narrator comes back. This time with a different friend, Chris. And maybe because of the earlier encounter, the narrator is on high alert, driving cautiously. Good thing, too. As they round a bend, his headlights catch something glinting across the road. He slams on the brakes. It's a trap, a thick metal cable, stretched tight across the road, anchored high up on a tree on one side, like head height if you were standing, and anchored to a fence post on the other side, maybe chest height. That's not just a warning. That's designed to cause serious harm. To catch a vehicle, or worse, depending on the vehicle type and speed, potentially decapitate someone. That's attempted murder, essentially. Yeah. Absolutely. A deliberate, deadly ambush. And just as they realize what they're looking at, they hear it. Gravel straying behind them again, headlights approaching fast.
The truck, they were waiting.
The truck is coming back. They're caught between the trap and the pursuers. The narrator doesn't hesitate. His car sits low to the ground. He throws it into drive, floors it, and aims to slide under the cable. He hears this sickening, loud, cringe-inducing screech. Metal on metal. As the roof of his car scrapes underneath the taut cable.
Incredibly risky, but likely the only option.
He clears it, pushes the car as fast as they can go, getting out of there. As they break out of the tree line, heading back toward a more main road, The narrator catches a glimpse off to the side. Someone, standing just inside the edge of a cornfield, watching. And then he looks in his rearview mirror, back down the dark gravel road, illuminated by his taillights. There's a man, standing right in the middle of the road, and he's got a long object slung over his shoulder.
A rifle, almost certainly.
That was the implication, yeah. Just standing there, watching them flee. They got away, but the car had this permanent, deep scrape mark across the roof. Physical proof of what happened.
This is starkly different from the other stories. The Lesner case was hidden evil, revealed by chance. Vermilion Lake was uncanny, unexplained dread. Rube Hill. This is organized, targeted, human malice. The cable wasn't passive. It was an active ambush, likely coordinated with the truck. It speaks to a terrifying level of territorial violence and disregard for life.
So thinking about these three accounts, the hidden killer next door, the silent watcher from the lake, the roadside ambush.
Yeah.
It's a chilling range of real terror, isn't it?
It really is. And what connects them perhaps is that sudden, terrifying realization that you're not safe. That the assumptions you have about the world, that neighbors are harmless, that the woods are empty, that roads are just roads, can be shattered in an instant. The dread comes when the rules you thought applied suddenly don't.
It really makes you think, which may be the point. As you reflect on these stories, ask yourself, what truly frightens you more? The monster you can't possibly explain, the thing from the lake, or the monster you can explain, the ordinary person, the neighbor, the local on the back road, who decides to inflict deliberate harm? Is it the inexplicable terror or the all-too-human kind? Thank you for joining us for this unsettling journey tonight. If these stories have left you looking over your shoulder, maybe double-checking your locks, make sure to follow and subscribe to the channel, Horror Docs. And please hit like and share this deep dive with others who appreciate these kinds of true accounts. Until next time, stay safe and be watchful.